People are going to throw me under the bus and run me through the mud. They're going to pick out the worst details in my life and throw it out there, looking for somebody to blame.
Law enforcement combed through the trash at Allied Waste Services after dogs got 2 hits.
Volunteers continued combing through remote areas of Scurry County looking for any sign of Hailey.
I'm just a friend. I'm her mother's boyfriend.
Is Sean at the top of your list right now?
He's the only one being named, so I guess you could say that.
Now he's just not being cooperative and not talking to them.
Let's hope she makes it home safe and sound soon. A little ready for her to come home.
Hailey's case was on national television, and Nancy Grace seemed to be a little hard on you. What was that like, hearing her question Billy like that?
I heard about it. I wasn't there when Billy was getting interviewed by her. I was talking to the Texas Rangers, but I heard about it, and it's frustrating, you know, what she said about me, but it really doesn't bother me because, you know, my main focus is just Hailey, because we just want her to come home safe.
We are taking your calls out to Erica. Hi, Erica.
Hi.
Hi, Erica in Illinois. What's your question, dear?
Since the mom failed the first polygraph test, has she asked the police to take another one?
That's an excellent question. To Billy Dunn joining us tonight and taking your calls. I know cops told you deception possible on your first polygraph. That's what you tell us. Cops say they never said any such of a thing. Are you willing to go take another poly? And if not with the local cops, would you take one with the feds?
No, I would think about taking one with somebody else, with the FBI. But
That
it's
is
something
the
I have
feds.
to think long and hard about. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you something, Miss Dunn. I want you to listen to what Mark Class is about to tell you. And if you think he doesn't know what he's talking about, Billy Dunn, he does. His 10-year-old girl, Polly, went missing many years ago. Mark Class, what should the mother and father be doing?
Well, certainly being so close to the child, you as parents, and the numbers point to you, you have to clear yourself. And you have to do whatever is necessary in order to get yourself cleared. And that usually involves taking a polygraph so that the police can say, okay, we're satisfied, this has nothing to do with you, it's time to move forward. But Nancy, I'd also like to state that, you know, Clint said that there's no training manual, that he's a rookie at this, but they both seem to have found a comfort level of active involvement in this case that I think is serving them both very, very well. Because, you know, the tough times are the quiet times, and the most difficult times of all are the times at night. So you want to stay busy, you want to move it forward day after day.
To Donald Schweitzer, former detective Santa Ana PD, what do you make of them bringing cadaver dogs out to this landfill? They searched for hours and hours, going through tons of debris, and they got some positive hits. We called tonight to find out about the hits. They would not deny they are related to Hailey.
I don't think we can make anything of it right now, unfortunately, Nancy. It's a logical place to search. I think the cadaver dogs are likely to find something if the remains aren't too deep down, but I don't think we should make a lot of it right now.
To Alexis Weed, our producer on the story, joining us out of New York. Alexis, weigh in. What do you know?
Nancy, we're getting a little bit more information on what could be the timeline that has to do with Monday, December 27th, the day in question. We're finding out today from Billy Dunn that perhaps there was a text message. She's hearing from police. A text message was sent from her phone. That's the phone that Hailey would use. She used her mother's phone. Sent at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to the friend where she was supposedly going, according to Sean Adkins, to the friend's house. However, there was no response to that text. The text said just, "What are you doing?" to the friend.
Now, Billy Dunn, explain to me the significance of that.
With Sean getting the cell phone pings coming back to Colorado City that morning, I want to know who she talked to on the phone. It's very important to me if she was on that phone. And they're not saying that anybody is accountable witness, it seems, that has seen her on Monday. So I want to know who called my cell phone that morning and that afternoon, and who she called. And those are answers that I know they have that they still haven't gotten back with me on.
To Clint Dunn, well, to both of you, I want to find out about this neighbor that you have said places her alive in the backyard at 12 noon the day she goes missing. This is the Monday after Christmas on Saturday. Police will keep telling us they can't confirm that anybody saw her alive at noon, which really changes the timeline, Billy and Clint Dunn, because think about it. That puts her seen by somebody outside of you and Sean Atkins back until 9 o'clock the night before when your 16-year-old son saw her playing on Xbox. All right? After that, nobody saw her. That was it. That ruins the police timeline. So help me out. How can we locate this person that claims they saw her at 12 noon on the Monday where she goes missing? First to you, Clint Dunn.
He did live next door, and I believe he moved out. So I don't know his name or anything.
Do you know where he went?
No, I don't.
Do you know who would know?
Well, the police would know.
Well, how about the people who
Yeah, and
own
also,
the home? Go ahead, Billy.
Yeah, the guy who owns it, Travis, he knows where Dennis went, the guy who saw her. But there's also another lady, Jean Burris, a neighbor of ours, whose grandchildren grew up with our kids. She says she saw her Monday. She says she's told the FBI that twice. She saw her Monday between 10:30 and 12. And she knows it was Monday because she doesn't do hair on Sunday. She knows it was that day. She knows Hailey. And I believe Jillian spoke with her also, but police aren't telling me that.
You know what? We did talk to her.
And
this
that just
is
makes a big
the
difference.
hairstylist. Did she see her out the window, or did her children see Hailey or both?
She saw Hailey out the window.
Right. Now,
She saw
she
Hailey out
places
the
her between 10:30 and 12. Where was Hailey?
Just cutting across her yard.
Across her yard, going to where?
Possibly toward the dollar store that she walked to, but she lives catty corner from me. My backyard, catty corners to her backyard.
Now, you said she was on her way to the dollar store. Did she ever make it to the dollar store? Do we know?
No, they say the only video footage they have of her in the dollar store was Sunday.
Okay, that's odd because they do have video of her on Sunday. Is there any way Jean was mistaken and saw her on Sunday?
Several people tell me if Jean says she saw her Monday, then she definitely saw her Monday. And again, she doesn't do hair on Sunday, and she had just got finished doing somebody's hair.
That's a good point. And she was doing hair on Monday, yes?
Right, yes.
Okay. That helps a lot. Out to the lines, Linda in Texas. Hi, Linda.
Hello. I've been doing some searching on foot and stuff, and I've gathered a lot of little information, and I'm not an authority, okay? But, I have a pretty extended family. They don't live nearby. If one of us went missing, then within an hour or less, everybody that I know would have had a phone call. People that live in California would have found out, and everything. We would have been calling around. I found out that some of the relatives found out by coworkers at work, like a day later. That is just unbelievable, and that's like wasting time when the kid is missing. I just don't believe it.
Okay, tell me about the relatives. Caller, Linda in Texas. Are they on the mom's or the dad's side? Are they are they extended relatives like second and third cousins?
No, they're very close relatives, and I think that they probably would know who they are, and I don't want to put
Okay,
that
got it. Let's go to Billy and Clint Dunn on that. First to you, Billy Dunn. Did you put out an APB All Points Bulletin? Did you tell all of your family immediately? What did you do? Explain to us once again that day when you got home from work.
And I believe I told all of my close family members, and I got a hold of all of Hailey's friends that day.
Now, tell me what happened when you get home from work. Does Atkins come pick you up?
No, Tuesday when I got home, when I realized she didn't spend the night at Mary Beth's, I came straight home. My sister-in-law gave me a ride, and then Sean met me here.
And what happens when you get home from work that day? When does Sean tell you she's gone?
He told me Monday afternoon that she had went to Mary Beth's.
But But when do you realize she's missing? When does he tell you she's not there?
He didn't tell me. I found out first Tuesday afternoon when I called to say, tell Hailey to come home.
And what time was that, Billy?
That was around noon on the 28th.
And when you learned she had never come home, what did you do?
I left work. Stopped by the house first to make sure she hadn't got here. Went by a couple of her friends' house and went to the police station.
As far as me, Hailey, and Billy and David, you know, we all get along just fine.
Sean Atkins is a suspect in this case.
What if he did do something to Hailey?